So I came out tonight to feed my raccoons, and one raccoon came up and it looked really funny. And I got to looking at it closer, and it had this jar stuck on its head. This is not a peanut butter jar that I use. I don't know what kind of jar it was, but it went to climb up a tree, but because it had this jar stuck on its head, it couldn't climb the tree. So I, without gloves or anything on, I grabbed a hold of it, pulled the jar off its head, and I'm sure it's very thankful. This raccoon here that's chasing the other raccoons away, it's waiting for its peanut butter, which I have right here. I know, you want some peanut butter. I'm here. It's chasing the other ones away. You quit chasing them. I do know this much about raccoons. Instead of calling them raccoons, they should have called them pigs. Because it don't matter how much you feed them. There's a guy that does YouTube videos, or he used to, I don't know if he's still alive or not, but he'll go out and buy packages of hot dogs to feed like a dozen raccoons. And he'll throw 4 or 5 packages of hot dogs out to these raccoons, and then I seen him throw like fruit, and then he'll throw other stuff. He spends a lot of money feeding raccoons. I have a, 38-pound bag of dog food, and if I laid all this dog food out, they would continue to eat it until it's all gone. That's what they do. But, I saved a raccoon that had a bottle in its head, and again, this is not a peanut butter jar that I use. I don't know where this bottle came from, but it was on its head. And I grabbed a hold of the raccoon with one hand, grabbed a hold of its back, and pulled the bottle off with the other hand. It knew that I was there to help it out. It wasn't aggressive. It didn't try to scratch me. It didn't try to bite me. Even after I took the bottle off, it was just as nice as it can be. They're not mean animals unless you're mean to them, and then they can be mean. And, of course, they're very protective. This one here has teats. It's a female, and so she probably has babies out there somewhere. But the mama raccoons will hunt during the daytime also when they're producing milk to give to their babies, because they have to eat in order to produce milk. They don't have rabies. I have not met a raccoon yet on my property that is aggressive. Animals that have rabies do crazy stuff. And so none of these animals out here are aggressive to me. I hope y'all like this video. Give me a thumbs up, leave me some comments, and may God bless each and every one of you. And a little treat for her before I go into the house. She will come up here, she will lick every bit of this stuff until it's all gone. They love peanut butter. That is one of their most favorite things. I had ears of corn that I bought, and you can see the husk. Ears of corn out here, and I had dog food, ears of corn, and peanut butter sandwiches. They chose the peanut butter sandwiches. And then they ate the dog food, and then they carried the ears of corn off with them. They get ears of corn all the time. So it's just like when there's an episode with Andy Griffith and Opie. They're out trout fishing. And Andy is using a piece of ham from their lunch for bait. And Opie says, "Pa, do you think the fish are going to eat that ham?" And Andy replies, "You know, they're in the water all the time, eating the same old thing all the time. A piece of ham from our lunch is going to be something special to them." So he baits Opie's hook, and then immediately Opie catches a trout. And I'm sure there was divers under the water that hooked the trout onto Opie's line. But the point is, animals are just like people. They get tired of eating the same old thing all the time. Come on, sweetie, up here. Come on. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Can I pet you? Can I pet you? She's not ready for me to pet her yet. If I did this every day, she would be in my lap. She would want to go in the house with me. You know, my daughter dropped off a dog here, and I fed it every day for 3 or 4 months. Never let me pet it whatsoever. It would go walk with me. And if you're patient enough with animals, they'll learn to trust you. And eventually that dog allowed me to pet it. And when I took off, it missed me. And when I came home, it was happy to see me. It was a really good dog, except for it was an aggressive dog. It bit my neighbor's boy and tried to attack the postal people. And the dog ended up missing, and I'm glad that it did, because I didn't want to get sued over something that didn't belong to me. But if you're patient enough with animals, you will allow them to come up in your lap and you'll pet them. B, fall in love with them. And I try to spend time with these animals, but I don't want to fall in love with them, because I would miss them when they were gone. She wants me to put some peanut butter, and for those people who haven't seen her lick peanut butter off my finger, I'm going to do it again. No. Good girl. You're such a good girl. We'll talk to you later. Y'all have fun. And always leave water for them, because raccoons don't have saliva, so they have to have liquid to help them eat. So I've been told. I never got that close. I don't know their anatomy. Anyway, may God bless each and every one of you. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. That's what I love about my place, because of the wildlife that I see all the time. Trim light, which is on the bottom of this jar right here that raccoon had on its head, does provide peanut butter. Trim light delivers benefits that cut costs and conserve resources throughout the supply chain. I don't buy jars this small, typically, and so I don't know where this jar came from. And the reason I say I don't buy jars like this is because I feed a lot of peanut butter to raccoons, so I buy the bigger jars, and so I don't know where this jar came from. I do not believe it's by me, but I will definitely make sure in the future that the mouth of this jar is a lot bigger. I buy jars like this. You see the difference in the size of the container? So I'm glad that the raccoon was still alive, and I'm glad that I was safely able to remove the jar off its head. And I'm sure it was thankful. And it'll probably come up close to me because it sees that I'm not aggressive toward it.